Major news in the housing market as Zillow has downgraded the housing market and now they are actually predicting home prices to drop. I'm going to share that article with you right here, and then what I'm going to do is show you the inventory that we're seeing year over year that is resembling the price drops that I've been saying of 2022 in the second half. I'm going to go over that with you, and also the loss mitigation that's been preventing foreclosures. Well, that was supposed to end in April 30th of 2025, and what have they done? Have they extended it? Have they not? Stay tuned because we're going to cover a lot in here so you're aware of what's going on in the housing market. Right here, Zillow, the latest forecast indicates a decline in home values. And if you take a look at that, home values are projected to drop by 1.9% this year. That's a revision from a previous expectation of an increase of 0.6%. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, they actually started the year, I believe, at above 2%, that the home values were going to increase essentially about 2% year over year. Then they recalculated that a couple of months ago, and I believe it was 1 point something percent. So they keep downgrading the housing market when it comes to home values, and now they're saying 1.9% drop this year. So this is nationwide, meaning some markets are going to be hit harder than others. And in the second half of 2022, Salt Lake metro area was one of the hardest hit markets. Austin, Texas, Boise, Salt Lake City. Now we're going to keep an eye out on that. And I want to show you guys the data. I'm also going to show you the loss mitigation with the FHA that's preventing foreclosures. But if we take a look at this, active listings, what have I been saying? That's resembling 2022. If we take a look here at 2022, look at inventory increasing in that second half. And if you take a look at 2021, it was increasing substantially year over year. What do we have this year? Inventory is increasing substantially year over year again. That is all indicating that what's going to happen is potentially a flooded inventory amount in the year to come here in the second half of 2025. And if that happens, and if Zillow's projecting, prices dropping, we'll see where that ends up. Now, this is the actives. We see that that is continuing to grow year over year. It is now the spread is kind of starting to not separate itself. It's about staying the same, maybe a little bit less than it was here to start April. That gap is maybe closing itself down a little bit, but we're still seeing inventory hitting at a higher pace. And right here, if we take a look at this, again, this blue line right there is showing inventory increasing, the number of listings that are being entered. And that is higher than years past. And if that continues, inventory should continue growing year over year. And if we take a look at this over here, we are essentially at the peaks that we've been in years past in September, October. That's when the housing market peaks in inventory. So we still have months and months to go with inventory growth. And we're already at those levels of September, October for years past, and it's only about the end of April. So we still, like I said, have months and months of inventory growth to go. That's going to put pressure on sellers to cut their prices. It's going to supply is much higher than the demand right now. And all of that correlates potentially to much better prices in the second half of 2022. Now, I actually finally finished that. I was on vacation for 2 weeks. I mentioned in a previous video. I finally finished that inventory Excel sheet and the email with the different graphs. So it's separate counties that you're interested in. It'll show you what inventory is year over year. And it's supposed to be April 1st. I know I'm a little bit late here, but starting next month, it'll always come in that first week, that inventory email. And then the second or third week, we'll have the price year over year increases with the graphs showing you kind of what's going on with those counties so you can keep track of it. So make sure you sign up for that. If you already have, you should be getting that today when this video drops or potentially tomorrow. So keep an eye out on that email. But if you want to be up to date on the housing market or what's going on with inventory increases in the counties that you're interested in, make sure you sign up. That link again will be down below. Now, what's going on with the mitigation that's happening? And also, before we get into that, make sure that you smash that subscribe button so you're notified, because nobody has your back like Dinko the Realtor. Hit that like button, help me grow this YouTube channel. And when you do need a realtor in Utah, nobody got your back like Dinko the Realtor. So make sure you give me a call, and I'm going to help you get the best deal out there possible. If you're a seller, hey, I'm going to help you get top dollar while you can right now. You should be getting your house on the market ASAP here. All right, let's go take a look here and see what's going on with that mitigation. Well, farewell COVID-19 loss mitigation waterfall, and you're going to see these articles. However, there's even some that are stating that it's essentially gone right now, but big changes are coming in fall of 2025. Again, I hate politics. I hate all of the politicians. They're all scammy. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, they're all in it for themselves. And Trump started the mitigation COVID process to prevent foreclosures. Biden kept extending it, and he extended it again before his presidency was over. And now Trump is doing that again. And I'll show you that here in the data. So if we take a look here, let me pull that up and I'll show you guys what's going on. So right here, the Trump administration will continue its review of the entire FHA permanent loss mitigation waterfall to ensure policy prevents foreclosures while protecting taxpayers and mitigation financial risk. Down here below, HUD is moving its effective date of the new permanent loss mitigation options to October 1st. So again, let me remove myself. Down there at the bottom, you see it's highlighted. Again, they're extending that. And they're saying, hey, the housing market is great, foreclosures are down, but they're not letting the foreclosures happen, and they're still not letting them happen. Now, if we take a look over here, again, FHA home affordable modification programs and the standard pre-foreclosure sale foreclosures will remain suspended through September 30th of 2025. Yeah, the housing market is in great condition. The economy is in great condition. Don't worry, foreclosures are low. They're historically low. But hey, don't say why they're historically low. Now, again, down here at the bottom, if you take a look, COVID, that's a pretty good one, but COVID-19 recovery loss mitigation options are extended through and will expire on September 30th of 2025. They keep extending it. They keep kicking the can down the road. The student loans have resumed on some, haven't resumed on some other student loans. They're now saying they're projecting 7 million people were behind. I always said if they're doing that, it could be 10 million. The article I believe I shared last time was stating 9-point-something million people behind on their student loans. So we're continuing to see this. So we're going to have to see what the housing market does. I mean, they're obviously doing a lot to prevent the economy from coming down. They're printing an enormous amount of money. Is that going to stop? It just doesn't seem like. It seems like they're never running out of money. So until we see unemployment just increase, until we see pain in the economy, we're going to have to just pay attention to what's going on. But those second half deals in 2025 are definitely upon us. It's essentially flipping into a buyer's market already. And I've been saying that this year it's probably going to happen much sooner than last year based on the inventory, based on the amount of showings that a listing gets. And we're seeing that now. And Memorial Day weekend, I've been saying, is going to be the first gauge where it starts flipping to a buyer's market. 4th of July is going to be the second one. And that's going to be a really good time with inventory. You're going to have a lot to choose from. And prices are going to be coming down, potentially, is what the data is saying. Even Zillow is forecasting that. And then when the school year starts, and then, of course, when Halloween comes around as we're going to holiday season. However, your inventory starts decreasing, and the amount of homes that are move-in ready, turnkey ready, that does start decreasing as the school year starts and as we start heading into the holiday season and into winter. So again, we've covered a lot of this stuff. You're seeing this inventory growing. If you want to sign up for that, down below is the link. That way you're up to date. I'll be sending those in the first week with the inventory and then the second or third week with what's going on with prices. That way you're up to date in the counties that you're interested in. And when you do need a realtor in Utah, again, remember, my contact information is down below. Give me a call because nobody has your back like Nick with a realtor, and nobody will get you a better deal.